Welcome back. This is Mr. TG. This is your last video of Section 8.5, and it's on complex fractions. And we're going to demonstrate this complex fraction that you're looking at, how to simplify it in a more a simpler form. In other words, I don't want as many fractions as I'm looking at. I see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 fractions, 4 fractions. I got fractions all over the place. So what we're going to do is simplify. This process you should use in doing that, one way of doing this is to add the numerators together and the denominators together to the best of your ability. Now obviously from your Pearson video you realize that you cannot add these two fractions together. We must find an LCD. Now there's nothing in common with x and y, so it becomes just the product of x and y. That becomes your LCD. Then what we do with that is ask ourselves, compare the first fraction to your LCD. I've got an x and I need an xy. So what I'm going to do here is multiply by whatever I need to, and this is going to be in red, multiply by y, both the numerator and the denominator, so I get xy in the denominator. And then as you can see in the second fraction is missing an x, so I multiply that by an x. If I simplify this, 1 times y is y, and then plus x squared is on the numerator. So that's what these two fractions turn into if you add them together. Now you can't simplify that any further. The next step is to do the same thing to the denominator. Now, in order to add 1 over y plus 1, you have to have a common denominator. So since we need a common denominator of y, we will convert this into 1 over y plus y over y, knowing that y over y is the same thing as 1. If I add 1 plus y, I'll get 1 plus y, there's no simplifying to do there, over y, with that main fraction bar in between. So as you can see, we've accomplished one goal, and that is we've merged both these fractions together in both the numerator and the denominator. Now what we're going to do is rewrite this complex fraction into a simpler form. We're going to take y plus x squared over xy, which is just the numerator, and with the main fraction bar, we should know that means division. We're just going to divide that by y, 1 plus y divided by y. Now, division, as you learned in 8.4, is nothing more than a multiplication problem. We multiply by the reciprocal, so we got xy times the y over 1 plus y. I just flipped the second fraction upside down. The y's then cancel out, and then we multiply whatever is left over. Looks like all we have left here is y plus x squared on top. On the bottom, if we distribute this x over both terms, we'll get x plus xy on the bottom. So y plus y, x squared on top, and x plus xy on the bottom. That is the same exact fraction as the complex fraction we started with, but as you can tell, it's a little bit, it's just one fraction now. So that's how you handle a complex fraction. Hopefully that made sense. Let me know if you have questions about this, and good luck with this lesson.